The Great War. Written by Rose. Read by Swedish Diablo. One afternoon, Celestia and Luna is in the library and reads when Luna takes a new book from the bookshelf when she found a small red book. She sees it says Eclipse Diary. She takes the book and goes to her sister who is sitting on the floor reading a book about Equestria's 6 pillars. Sister, I have found a different book, said Luna. What is the book? Asked Celeste. This one, said Luna. Luna held the book in front of Celestia, which made her eyes widen. She looks at the book and immediately recognizes it. It can't be true, said Celestia. Who was Eclipse? It was her father's diary, said Celestia. Just then Silver Star, the brother, stepped into the library and see his sisters talking about a book. When he saw it as well, he recognized the book as well. Have you found father's old diary? Asked Silver Star. Yes, I found it in the bookshelf, said Luna. Can you tell me about their father? Asked Luna. Obviously, you're only 1.5 years old when Dad and Mom died in the Great War, said Celestia. The Great War? Asked Luna. Yes, there was a great war between ponies and griffins centuries ago, said Silver Star. Can we read a little from the diary so we can find out about Mom and Dad? Said Silver Star. Celestia takes the diary and begins to read through the book quickly to find something their father wrote about the Great War, and found a page that started everything. Okay, make you comfortable, and I will read for you about that father's story about the war, said Celestia. Luna and Silver Star lay down on the floor and began to listen carefully when Celestia reads for them from their father's diary. Celestia begins to read on the page that mentions the Great War. Dear Diary, this war between our kind and the Griffins has been going for long. For months have we tried to fight off the Griffins to take over our land. We even have tried to make them talk to the king of the Griffins to make peace. But he always refuses to do our peace talk. Our delegations has been either from the prison or killed. So we have stopped our ways to talk to them. But my wife, Sunshine, she is often talking about to me if there could be a way to find a way to stop this war, so we both our kinds can live in peace. But I often says, no, it seems that Griffins only want to fight or conquer or enslave us. But we must do anything to protect our kind, even they have to be killed. But I do most want the one thing: the safety of all my children and our future. Love, we have to help in the war, said Eclipse to his wife. But what about the kids? We'll have to keep all 4 of them in the safe if something happens to us. They will have to take over. And the background, babies are crying. I'm going to make sure the kids are okay. Eclipse looks outside the castle and sees the dead grass and trees. I am hope when my son gets older he can make the stars come out again. For a reason sometimes, The sun hasn't been the same bright as during the war. Even stars sometimes doesn't appear on the night sky. Meanwhile was when Eclipse was looking out the castle. Sunshine was in the nursery taking care of her youngest daughter, Luna. But at the same time they were safe in the castle because of one great magical barrier around the castle. Eclipse and Sunshine wants anything to protect their children. Wait, said Luna. Did you say 4 children? Yes, but we only 3. But who's the fourth one? Celestia and Silverstar looked at each other. They had totally forgot about their fourth sibling. I actually don't remember her name. Me neither, said Silverstar. It has been so long I haven't even thought about her. Her? Yeah. You have an older sister. But how older? I don't exactly remember why. Like I said, it has been centuries since the war was over. But what happened to her next? Since the war was over, our parents didn't survive, but what about her? I don't know. You might find out in a book, said Celestia, and continued. Sunshine returned back to the throne room, while she holding their son with his dropsy bears and teddy bear. Hold him. How are the other kids? Asked Eclipse. They are asleep, said Sunshine. I'm getting old. 2 of our kids are 6, and the twins are 1s, and this one, my son, is 2 months old. I thought I was the youngest, asked Luna. Well, technically you are the youngest. Well, after me. I'm, well, actually more a little bit older than you, but you are the second youngest, said Star. Shall I continue? Yeah. Then, suddenly, Eclipse wrote in a diary that he heard a knock on the door. Sunshine opened the door. A pony enters. McQueen, we need your help. What's wrong? We need more help in the war. We will leave tomorrow, said Eclipse. Then, what happened next? Here, next day. Sunshine, tell the kids we'll be back in 2 weeks and to look after the baby. And over time, that was actually the last thing our father wrote. Really? Yeah. Wait. Is something more? Really? What? What is it? Asked Star. Uh, here. It's actually written by a guard. A guard? Yeah. I don't believe this as well. Since it has been centuries I have seen this book. Let's see. A pony enters. Celestia then remembers she said these words to the guard. Excuse me, guard, but where's our father and mother? Asked Celestia. They took forever to come back. But the, but the guard who wrote the diary later said, I'm sorry to say that your mother and your father died during the war to keep every pony safe. The guard wrote that Eclipse and Sunshine use all their magic to defeat an entire battalion of griffins. The Griffin King. Then he realized, since the alicorns were so too powerful for them, but even all their guards, soldiers, and he even realized this war had cost so many lives. So he decided to talk. But unfortunately for the king and queen, they didn't survive. They died just before the king of griffins declared truce. The guard continued to write the diary that a delegation or ambassador for the ponies signed a treaty with the griffins to make sure the borders between their two nations will remain in safety. And if the griffins needed help for any reason, for any danger in the future, they had just to contact the ponies, to the royal family. And that was the last thing in the diary. Wow. So, Mom and Dad did everything to protect us? Yeah. Even to sacrifice their own life. But there is one strong memory I have from that time, said Celestia. What is it? I remember we were in the castle, in the throne room or a big hall with two castles. I believe it was our parents. No. But then, who was their assist? I don't know. It doesn't mention her by name or anywhere in the diary. Celestia reads through the book again. Silver Star said then to Luna, even I remember the funeral, and the most I remember was when I was crying so much. Even just thinking about them made me start to cry again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I can understand. Even I was just a baby, but just thinking about them makes me hard to even stop to cry. But then Celestia has been reading the book a third time. She found something in the end of the book. Wait, I found something. Both Silver Star and Luna looked at her. What did you find? Asked Silver Star. This. And she showed them an old drawing. It was about a family portrait drawn from magic. There was their parents, themselves, and in front of all of them was Celestia and another pony. But she did look exactly like Celestia, except that she had a dark fur, like dark blue, and she she looks like you. So I have a twin sister? Apparently, but where is she? I have no idea, said Celestia. But there must be somewhere we can find any information. Maybe we can ask Starswell. Since he is back, maybe we can ask him. Since he's the one who has been a teacher when he was younger, maybe he can know something about her. That's a good idea, said Silverstar. I will write a letter to him immediately. Then Silverstar left the room. So, what do you think would happen to her I don't know. And I wonder if what? Asked Luna. I I even wonder if she's still alive or like Mom and Dad. Don't worry, sis. I believe that she's still alive somewhere. But it was like Silver Star. He left home for centuries, wandering around in Equestria. Without alone. We hadn't heard him for centuries. And then one day he just come back. So maybe she's like him, traveling around. Yeah, but then the question is, why? And when? Both Celestia and Luna had asked the same question over and over. They had no idea where the sister were, or even what her name was. Later that same day, they told the rest of the family, well, Celeste, Twilight, Cadence, and even they were both equally shocked to hear that Celestia had a twin sister. But according to birth records, she had a sister born the same day. But unfortunately, most of the documents were, well, easily almost destroyed. They only found parts of the birth paper, but the names part was too burned even to see. But they was both Luna and Celestia wanted to know about their sister. And even they went all through the historical records, all about in the library, in the archives, but much of the information about the royal family from that period of time was almost gone since the Great War. And since there were no other opponents alive from that time except for from themselves and Starsfield, since he was trapped in a limbo for 1,000 years, they even asked the six pillars, but none of them even remember her name. So the question for them, will they ever find out what happened to their sister? They all want to find out who who she is, and where her name is, and where she are. They have even started to send out troops, or even guards or patrols around Equestria to find her. But so far, nothing. But they wonder, will they even find her? Or is she gone, vanished, or even dead? But they both, all of them want to find out about their lost sister. The